Hello everyone, I am Baltmatrix, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Rise of the Beast Voyager class Optimus Prime. I picked this figure up at my local Walmart. The overall aesthetic of the figure is quite good and definitely different from the Primes that we've gotten in the past, especially during the Bayverse movies. This is much more of a G1/Bumblebee movie style Optimus Prime. The paint apps are pretty good, though it is missing paint in the midsection. The head sculpt, while lovely, is really freaking me out because of the fact that the faceplate isn't flat. It's got texture on it, and that just throws me for some reason. Those baby blues are absolutely wonderful. I do like them quite a bit, and the overall aesthetic does work well, but the head does look a little bit squished on the side, so it feels much taller than it is wide, and that's just an aesthetic change. The coloring of the figure is primarily red, blue, and gray, with some silver highlights here and there. The biggest problem I have with the figure in terms of look is the midriff. I feel that they just missed some paint here, and I would love to see some more paint. There is paint on the front skirts in the actual box art that looks like a toe light, or a rear light, or a front set of blinkers that I think would have made a big difference here, but unfortunately they left that out in the final production. I love the molding in the belly. Look at that. I mean, that is the real belly of a Prime. Yes, I am going to talk about the crotch. The random black square on the crotch makes me think it was supposed to be a rub sign that then showed the Autobot symbol on his crotch, but no, it's just a black square that's painted on. Oh, I would love there to be a little rub sign that you could put on there. A 360-degree look of the figure, it just works well. It's got storage in the back, on the back peg, and it comes with one accessory, and that is Prime's traditional ion cannon, or ion blaster, and it is the Bumblebee movie ion blaster. This is the gun from Voyager-class Optimus from the Bumblebee movie, the Studio Series figure, and then here's the new one. Little tiny. Got a downgrade there, Prime. But it's the basic same shape, so there is that. This Prime shares the design of the Earthrise Prime, where the wheels are stored on the lower back of the figure, but this new figure does a little bit better in the fact that it's not sitting on its butt like the Earthrise is, where the Earthrise figure is kind of sitting on its tush a little bit too close and does hamper posability. That doesn't happen with this new figure. And speaking of the posability, this Prime has it in spades. Head is on a swivel, does not look up and down. Shoulders are on hinges, and then another set of hinges for in and out movement. Bicep swivel. Bend at the elbow is over 90 degrees, and there's a ball joint in the wrist. Oh, so lovely. There are two torso swivels, one for the transformation and then one for the actual figure, though it is locked. It is very strange. It doesn't look like there's anything blocking it, but the way the figure transforms and the molding does block it. Not blocked by the wheels, though. Legs can kick forward at 90 degrees, can kick back almost just as far, can kick out all the way, bend at the thigh, bend at the knee is over to 90 degrees, and then feet rock forward and back, and side to side. The only complaint I have with the posability is the fact that the head isn't on a ball joint, and it can't look up or down, or at least my copy can't. Yeah, that's not moving. It's my only complaint about the posability. Otherwise, it's really good. It's so good that it can almost pull off the Iron Man pose. Almost, but not quite. If you are looking for a superposable figure in the Rise of the Beast lines, this is your figure. It has the most range of posability of anything I've gotten a hold of so far, except maybe Studio Series Voyager class Cheetor. Size comparison time. Studio Series Movie Prime. Earthrise Prime, Rise of the Beast Voyager class Optimus Prime, Rise of the Beast Studio Series Voyager class Cheetor, Age of Extinction Voyager class Optimus Prime, Studio Series Bumblebee Movie Voyager class Optimus Prime, Voyager class Siege Optimus Prime, Ho 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 Prime, and Orange Sherbert Orion Pax, Studio Series Voyager class Battletrap, Studio Series Deluxe class Bumblebee, Rise of the Beasts Leader class Scourge, yes, I realize the smokestacks are out of alignment, and Evil Deluxe Magnificus. I love how much bigger Scourge is than Optimus Prime in these toys. I don't know if we're going to get a Leader Class Prime or a Voyager Class Scourge, but this scale works for me because Scourge is supposed to be the big bad of this movie. Now that we've taken a look at the excellent robot mode, can you tell I really do like this figure? Let's go ahead and get into the transformation, which is a lot simpler than I was fearing. To first start off with, just take off the gun, then turn the figure around, grab this flap and flip it up, and then push it all the way up, and that will allow you to push the head into the chest, and then flip this over to close it up and, form the roof of the vehicle mode. Then, once that's done, you can then push the chest windows in like so. I like to put the arms straight out like he's going to do a T-pose and then just turn the entire thing around at the belly swivel. Then unpeg the legs and flip them back until they click into place. And then take the feet and fold them down, and then I like to just push in with my thumb the shin, or you could just grab the entire foot and swing it forward, and it will fold up. And I'll do it from the back side now. So push that up and hinge it down, and then it's supposed to fold over, and you are supposed to get a back that looks like that. If you don't do that correctly, the feet stick up and get into a weird angle. Then reach under the one foot and flip out the trailer hitch. And the back is pretty much ready to go, except for folding out these little bits to form the fuel cells. Now for the front of the vehicle mode. We're going to first fold the legs back down just a smidge, and then put the arms straight down. This is very important. Come to the back of the shoulders and flip out the smokestacks and fold them around, and they will peg into these little gray pegs that are sticking off the fronts of the shoulders. Then we could take those shoulders. Oh, and be careful. These things come unpegged real easy. We could take the shoulders, fold them back, then take the elbows and fold them up at a 90-degree angle. Then bend the arm back just a little bit at the hinge of the shoulder, turn the arm, and then situate it and fit it right underneath the shoulder. And then flip the panel that is on the forearm around and peg it into place. And do the same thing on the other side. Fold the shoulder back and make sure that they're pegged in place, which I didn't do on the other side. And every time I do this, I end up unpegging one of the smokestacks. Put your finger over the Autobot symbol, fold the arm back just a smidge, fold the fist in, fold the elbow, and then rotate it around 90 degrees, and then fold that entire arm section up underneath the shoulder, flip out the panel, and peg it into place. And then we can take the legs and fully fold them back, and there are little pegs hanging off the forearms, and they will peg into these indents in the thighs. And it's probably my least favorite part of the transformation, because every time I do it, they have a tendency to pop out. It would benefit you to just shave or make them just a little less thick than they are. Then we can come to the very front, flip out the wheels, and fold them in, and then the wheels will peg in to these little slots that are in the hips. And make sure that you just check the the vehicle mode, make sure everything's in place. And the last thing, grab the gun, peg it in at the trailer hook, and we're done. I really like this vehicle mode, though it's very small. It feels like a deluxe class. In fact, here's a deluxe class Legacy Junkion. You could see they're about the same length and width. Now, before we do some comparisons, you might be wondering, can it haul a trailer? Well, let's find out together. So peg that trailer in, and yep, that works fine. It's sitting a little bit too high, but otherwise, no problems. All right, vehicle mode size comparison time. Studio Series 05 Optimus Prime. Studio Series 32 Optimus Prime. A kitty. Hopper, you're in the shot. How many times have we've spoken about this cat? You're not properly framing the shot. No, stop nuzzling. Stop nuzzling the microphone. Cat. As I was saying, 05 Studio Series, 32 Studio Series. Same width. definitely a lot shorter. Holiday Optimus Prime, Titans Returns Power Master Optimus Prime. Feels very similar in size to the Power Master Prime, just with a lot less robo-bits hanging off the back. Voyager Class Battle Trap. Yes, I know I didn't transform it correctly. And Deluxe Class Studio Series 100 Bumblebee. I want to call this out because Bumblebee is the same size as this Prime in vehicle mode. Now, obviously, it's not as tall, but in terms of width and length, it's exactly the same, which is weird. Earthrise Prime and Siege Prime. I think Earthrise Prime is the closest we're going to get in terms of size, other than, oddly, this guy, which feels a lot closer in size. As you can see, it is smaller than either of the most recent Optimus Primes we've gotten. And finally, Studio Series Bumblebee Prime, Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, both Voyager class figures. Notice the size difference. Needless to say, we've had a lot of trucks over the past few years, and most of these on this table are Optimus Prime figures, with the new figure right in the middle. You could pretty much see the size difference. It is a small boy. And the shortness of the actual vehicle mode is definitely noticeable, especially when you compare it to, all the other Primes we've had recently, like we have here. Other than the Titans Returns Prime, which this one is a custom from my good buddy Optimus, it's real small. Now, I'm not saying that the smallness of the figure is necessarily a bad thing. It's just very odd considering the $30 price point. I feel like we are getting gypped a bit with the size of these figures. They just keep shrinking while the prices go up. Transformation back into the robot mode. Start off by folding the gas canisters down, come to the back of the figure and flip down the feet, fold them all the way down, make sure that the shins show up correctly. Then come to the very front of the figure and get your nail in there and flip out these panels and fold them up against the back. Then we could come underneath to the front wheels and unpeg the front wheels, unpeg the rear of the vehicle mode, and unfortunately we can't turn the legs all the way around because I really wanted to give you a Gerwalk mode, but unfortunately this is what I was talking about earlier. These little bits of the abdomen prevent the legs from turning 360 degrees. Anyway, we can then unpeg the shoulders, fold out the arms on both sides, then take the smokestacks and fold them behind the shoulders, and then fold this entire panel back, and that will pop the head up and pop the chest open. Unfortunately, there is no matrix in there. He's just hollow inside. And then fold the fists out and straighten out the arms, and we're done. Okay, I lied a little bit. We do have to take the trailer hook and hitch and fold it up into the underside of the foot. I love this figure. I absolutely love this figure. Flaws and all, tininess and all. I really think it's a great Optimus Prime figure, and Hasbro and Takara should be proud of themselves. They made a solid, great Optimus Prime toy. Now, I'm talking to you third parties, specifically those folks that make the upscaled figures. Give me a leader class or commander class of this figure later this year, please. Alright folks, that has been my look at Transformers Rise of the Beasts Voyager class Optimus Prime. Let me know what you think of this figure down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and be sure to follow the channel so that you know when I've got a new video review out. The Rise of the Beast figures are coming fast and furious, so I'm going to be reviewing as much as I can over the coming months. As always, I have been Baltmatrix, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.